They taught you to see time as a river, always flowing forward, never looking back. But what if that river never truly existed? What if time, as we know it, is not a law of the universe but a habit of the mind? Ancient esoteric traditions have whispered this for centuries. Time is not linear, and it is not real in the way you've been told. The Hermetic philosophers, mystics, and sages of old all agreed. Reality does not unfold along a straight line. Time is a framework, a construct, a lens we place on the infinite to make it digestible. Your memories feel like the past. Your goals look like the future. But both exist only in your present awareness, in this moment. The past is recollection. The future is imagination. Only the now breathes. So why do we feel so trapped by something that doesn't even exist? Because the illusion of time is the prison of consciousness. It divides your experience, separates your now from your potential. It convinces you that your life is a story with a beginning and an end, rather than an eternal presence unfolding in countless forms. The ancients knew, to awaken is to step outside the clock. But how do you escape something that governs every second of your reality? That's where the deeper truth begins. You were taught to count time, in seconds, minutes, years. But ancient mystics didn't count time, they observed it. And what they saw wasn't a line but a loop, a cycle, an eternal present dressed in shifting patterns. The Hermetic axiom says, as above, so below. But it also whispers, as within, so without. That means time isn't just a cosmic measurement. It's a projection of mind. When the mind believes in linear time, it splits itself. It creates a past to regret and a future to fear, anchoring the soul in neither. But what if you stepped out of that illusion? In the stillness between thoughts, time disappears. In deep meditation, in altered states, in spiritual ecstasy, time dissolves. Because time is not fundamental, awareness is. Your awareness doesn't age. It doesn't tick like a clock. It simply is. And when you return to that isness, something shifts. You stop racing forward. You stop clinging backward. And you start seeing what the mystics always meant, that all moments live inside the now, layered, echoing, intertwined. But if all moments are now, then what is destiny? If all moments exist now, then destiny isn't a path you walk. It's a pattern you awaken to. Imagine time not as a line, but a spiral. Each experience, each decision, looping back in layers, teaching the same lesson in different forms. Ancient mystics believed the soul doesn't move through time, it unfolds it, like a lotus, revealing one petal after another, yet always whole. This is why déjà vu feels so strange. Not because it's an error, but a memory echoing from a moment that hasn't happened yet. What if the future isn't ahead of you, but within you? Not a destination to reach, but a frequency to match. When you quiet the mind, you start to sense it. Moments that feel out of time. Visions. Instincts. Knowing without logic. These aren't random. They're fragments from a larger now, bleeding through the veil of linear perception. This is what the sages meant by transcending time. You don't escape it, you expand beyond it. And in that expansion, something shifts. Life stops being a chase and becomes a recognition. But if time is not ahead of us and destiny is already inside us, then what are we really choosing? Still thinking time is real? Then maybe you're exactly where they want you to be. Subscribe, not to follow time, but to finally step outside of it. What if memory isn't backward, but outward? We assume memory moves from past to present, but mystics say memory leaks from timeless awareness into now. That's why some dreams feel more real than waking life. They aren't echoes of the past, but signals from the deeper self. Time locks us in sequence, but consciousness flows beyond sequence. It remembers the unborn. It senses the unseen. Have you ever known something before it happened and dismissed it as coincidence? That was not time breaking. It was time folding. The Hermetic masters taught, time is a tool, not a truth. A canvas for experience, not a cage. You were never meant to be its prisoner, only its painter. And once you realize that, everything shifts. The calendar stops ruling you. The future stops scaring you, and the past stops defining you. But if you are the painter of time, what reality are you choosing to create? Have you ever wondered why time moves only forward and never asks permission? We age, we change, we lose, and yet we never question the rules. But what if the rules were just an illusion? In ancient teachings, time is not a river but a circle, one that your soul has walked before. What feels like destiny may be memory. What feels like déjà vu may be you remembering what your body has forgotten. Mystics claimed that time's arrow is a human invention, that past and future both exist now, layered like pages in a book, turned not by clocks but by consciousness. And if that's true, then what is death? An end? Or simply a turning of the page? You see, time can't trap what knows it isn't real. The question is, do you know? And if you did, if you truly remembered, would you still fear what's next? Or would you finally start living outside the lines? Time as you know it is a story your mind tells to stay in control. But ancient mystics said, it's not the mind's job to control, it's to remember. When you step outside linear time, memory isn't just looking back, it becomes presence. Every moment, all at once. That's why déjà vu exists, why dreams bend chronology. You're not trapped in time, you're looping through layers of awareness. Your past lives aren't behind you. They're parallel, speaking through intuition and sudden knowing. What if the ticking clock was never real, but a cage built for your growth? And now that you're awakening, it no longer fits. The system that raised you fears timelessness, because you can't be manipulated if you're not rushing. And in stillness, you don't just escape time, you reclaim the self that was never bound by it. Think of time not as a flow, but as a lens, one that bends your perception so tightly you forget you're the one watching. Every second you count, every date you mark, becomes a frame in a film you think is real. But what if your consciousness isn't inside that film, but watching from above? Some mystics say time is only memory plus anticipation. Remove those and what remains? Presence, pure awareness, the eternal now. That's where truth lives. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, just this, right here. The more we chase time, the more we reinforce the illusion. Deadlines, milestones, age. These are lines drawn in sand, and we worship them like they're stone. But if time is a lens, maybe you can shift it, tilt it, step back. Realize that what you call past and future are both happening now, in different folds of perception. And the moment you grasp that, you begin to move differently, not faster, not slower, just free. What if your obsession with time is the very thing keeping you from timelessness? We fill our lives with clocks, calendars, countdowns, but the more we measure, the less we feel. The now becomes a checkpoint, not a sanctuary, but ancient wisdom whispers a deeper truth. To access higher consciousness, you must lose time, not waste it, dissolve it. Let go of linearity. See your life as a spiral, not a line. Every moment is not a point in sequence, but a layer unfolding itself. The past echoes here. The future whispers now. And in the center there is stillness, awareness without measurement. In that stillness you don't age, you don't regret or anticipate, you just are. That is where eternity begins, not after death but in presence. The world may demand your time, but your spirit was never bound by it. Break that illusion and you return to the source, because once you stop counting time, you start becoming infinite. If time is just an illusion of the mind, then who are you without it?